Dakota's already going. Okay, now I'm going.
Oh,
Welcome.
welcome.
Get my gamer goo going.
Yeah.
Can't be a stream without a bad intro.
Intros here. Today we're back in Talespire. They did do some updates since last time. I want to apologize for some of our people last week. We had some like last minute no shows kind of stuff. So we ended up
Bye.
but they've added a couple new things since our last session. They added a whole palisade tile set, so you can actually start doing like walls like this, which is pretty cool, and you can do a lot more like rough buildings or fortified area rather than just using walls. So that's pretty cool. They also added in hyenas, and I believe we have some gnolls around here somewhere. They added,
North of town.
yeah. Another thing that they added is while you're in build mode, you can hit K and get a build light, which is just kind of really convenient for when you're.
I think they've had the light, but it wasn't. It didn't have like a quick key.
So while you're building, even though it's dark, you can still see what's going on, and it's just so you don't have to mess around with light settings. Other than that, I don't think they've just been doing a lot of like behind the scenes fixes, minor changes. Like they changed some of the places where we're at. I think they in constructs they added in the scarecrow into the constructs rather than monsters.
Yeah, they changed around where some things were just to make just a little bit more sense.
Here's the hyena. The hyena. Yeah, they've just been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work and making sure that everything's still working. There were some bugs and stuff that they didn't. But overall, I don't think there's been any big changes besides the Palisade inclusion.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot. They added with the palisades and stuff. They added like some more debris, and like some more logs and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like over here, he had some placed down. So there's like just random wood debris, some bigger logs. We're not just stuck with, and just slowly adding more and more options for us to mess around with. And then I think the gnolls and the hyena were the only like miniatures that they added.
Yeah, I think so. There might have been one more, but I didn't really check it.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just been behind the scenes update stuff. Any other news to talk about?
I don't have anything. So do you want me to just get into last time?
We changed our settings, so it should be streaming into
1080.
A higher resolution.
Yeah.
So far, it seems like mine's working fine. How's yours?
It seems alright. But yeah.
And we've also been messing around with our sound settings and just trying to make everything a little bit more smooth. But yeah, if there's nothing else, we can just jump right into it.
Alright. Then let's jump into last time on DnD. So, the party, after handing out some magic items, decide they want to ambush Zealous on the way to the dungeon in the forest. Most of the party sets out to get a point ready, while Chrome stays back to get Zealous once he shows up in town. Walking about 45 minutes out of town, the party decides to wait on the edge of the tree line, with most of them hiding. Crom waits in town talking with Garnus while he waits for Zealous to show up. Garnus mentions that he'll want a group to clear away east sometime soon. And after about an hour of them just conversing back and forth, Crom gets a message from Zealous saying that he has arrived. Crom meets him and sees Zealous riding a nightmare, a horse with black fur and a fiery mane. They have a short conversation about needing Zealous at the forest dungeon, which is met with hesitation, but they do set off. During the trip, they make some idle talk, and Crom tries to subtly ask Zealous some questions about the Feywild. Once they arrive at the tree line, Zealous sees the party members, even though that some of them were hidden, and Crom reveals that they know he has gone to the Feywild. He starts to cackle, and a fight ensues. Zealous, during the fight, takes a lot of damage. He flies really far up, turns invisible. The party beats the Nightmare and 2 summoned Dretches. Slicks and Sir Yon get trapped in a force cage, but eventually Zealous is brought down and restrained. Akani and Vap stay back with the cage, while Crom and Moore take the conscious but restrained Zealous back to Broken Wheel. And that is where we are starting this session. Crom and Moore have just arrived into Broken Wheel, and about this time is when the force cage would wear off, so the rest of you are still back, about 45 minutes out of town. So Crom, for about 45 minutes, what would you like to do in town?
Well, the first thing we're gonna do is just continue walking him to Garnus.
Okay. So you walk into town and you have him restrained. He's not gagged, but every time that he's tried to talk, you pretty much put your hand to his throat and told him to keep walking in silence.
Yeah.
And at this point, after a couple tries of him saying stuff and that happening, he's been quiet for the rest of the trip. You walk into town and you see some stairs of the 2 that are at the front of the gate, Arth and Darissa. The woodsman and the...
Fletcher.
What?
Fletcher?
She's the leather worker.
Oh, okay.
And
The
then
pea lady.
Pee.
yeah, she smells of pee and sulfur. And Arth,
Kind of an ass.
the ass. Yeah.
The ass.
So yeah, you guys continue walking in. It is now sunset as you walk Zealous through town. Which way do you walk him? Just...
Probably the most direct route to...
Okay, so you walk him through here. Pretty much everything seems empty in town. You don't see very many people, and you know that everyone is really just working on the wall and getting prepared. And then you walk him into the...
one thing they fixed is we can actually grab people through...
Oh yeah, that's one thing that we were complaining about last time that they quickly fixed, is that you weren't able to grab people through hidden ceilings, but they fixed that. Okay, you walk him in and kind of like push him forward, and Garnus is kind of standing there, and as you walk in, kind of a look of confused worry comes over him as you have this prisoner, and confused worry mainly because the last time this happened was months ago and it did not end up super well.
One thing that's kind of bugging me is the lights go out as you zoom in.
Yeah, that's just a lighting bug that I think they'll fix at some point.
But yeah, so as I walk him in, I tell Garnus, whoops, it brought me underneath the map. God damn, why is there like a hole right there? Okay. Don't click right here.
Okay.
Because it brought me underneath the guild house right now. So I tell Garnus, I have Zealous.
Okay.
And I have questions.
And he looks confused, and he looks towards this dragon folk that you've brought in. And just as a reminder, Zealous is now in
He went from the Waluigi type.
Yeah, normally he is a human with a long mustache, top hat, and fine clothes, not fancy. And right now he is a golden dragon folk.
Yeah. This is awesome.
Well, this is unexpected. You, and he motions towards, Zealous. Zealous. And Zealous kind of looks towards you, looking for permission to talk.
Yeah, I nod, but I keep my hand like tight on his bound wrist.
Mm-hmm. He like looks up at Garnus. There's been quite a misunderstanding. I would say that, and kind of just like is struggling against your grip, not trying to get free, but trying to like find a better position and just not really finding it. I would say I would be willing to discuss in more comfortable situation.
I pull up a chair.
Mm-hmm. And just to reiterate again, since it's been like 2 weeks, he is very beaten up at this point. Like, he's bleeding from the mouth, bruises and scratches all over him. You guys, like, you took him down 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I grab a chair, I pull it up for him, I undo his restraints, but I stand, like, directly behind him.
Okay. Stool. And he sits down, and are you just gonna be talking to him for the next 30 minutes or so?
Yeah, we're just gonna talk to Garnus. He's gonna give a little bit of explanation before everybody gets there.
Okay. So Garnus kind of points at him, and is just, care to explain this, Zealous? Obviously, this is not how I know of you, I'm sorry, I'm just very confused about everything that's going on right now, so just please explain. Zealous looks back at you and is just shakes his head. I have been doing my best to help you good people of Broken Wheel in the best way that I can, which is giving you magical items. I do not see why my form has anything to do with any of that. And I do not believe that any of my personal time is of any of your concern.
What? Hey.
So
Killing his own people is just like a pastime activity.
I don't understand why you all have me restrained. Obviously, I was brought out under the assumption that I was going to help, and was attacked by your guild members. So I would like an explanation.
I'm gonna let Garnus do the talking in this situation.
Okay.
Because like everything that I know is third party. Like I've heard it from somebody else type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Um,
while he's talking, my hands. Is this a chair? Or,
sorry, what?
is this a chair or a stool that he's?
It's a stool.
Oh, okay.
Garnus kind of looks up to you and ignores him for a little bit, with worried eyes. Crom, I see that you have returned with less members.
They are shortly behind.
And kind of a relief falls over his face. Okay. That good to hear. Hopefully they are in good health as well.
Unharmed.
Good.
Crom is way more short with his words than he would normally.
Okay. Garnus kind of motions to Zealous again and just says, well, whether it was an unfortunate situation or not, this is the situation we are in right now. It might not be the best situation for you, but we are going to put you downstairs in the cells for now, until we have gathered more people to where I feel comfortable talking. I believe that, in motions to Crom, your entire party should be here for this, as I want to hear each side of the story completely. He rings a bell on his desk, and up the stairs you see a familiar face.
Is he a low-level paladin?
Of Brett, yeah. Brett the Paladin. Kind of like comes up and looks. Attention, Brett, we need our friend here. He needs a cell. We need his hands restrained. We need to make sure he is not going to be able to talk. As well as any components on him need to be taken. Much like our other guest. And Brett kind of nods understanding and approaches, puts an arm on him, and looks to Crom.
And I grab his shoulder and bring him down.
Okay, so you both lead him down.
And as soon as we get him into the cell,
Yeah, and he's starting to fight, but he, really doesn't have much fight left in him at this point. And you guys bring him pretty much one arm for each of you. And there's water down here, so I'll get rid of that. One of you have like a hold under his arm, pretty much just carrying him below. And God, I'm just having troubles getting the clipping.
Angle.
Yeah. And as you pass the front desk, you see like the little dragon that was previously brought back by Bo Daniel and Slicks. And Crom, with your passive insight, you see a flash of anger across Zealous's face that is quickly hidden, yeah. And you guys bring him to this first cell. You watch before he puts him in, but Brett binds his hands, puts a gag in his mouth, and then Zealous has more of like a snout, so he also like wraps around the snout to keep it closed, as if like how you like wrestle an alligator.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna use my belt.
Okay.
So we're gonna sit him into the chair.
Whoa, the unmovable belt! Yeah!
That's okay. So you sit him inside the cell, and you wrap your immovable belt around his jowls. And then do you
I
click
make
it on?
I make it so he's sitting down first.
Okay.
Because once I do it, it doesn't move in space either.
Yeah.
Um.
So you kind of like sit him down against the wall and
No, I'll use it on his arms.
okay. So you have his arms bound and he's sitting down, and then you click on the belt and he can no longer move his arms.
Yeah.
And then they clamp down his mouth, and then Brett goes through the process of like digging through his pockets and pulling out different items.
Pouches
You see there's like a cube.
Yeah, I remember that cube.
You see a few knives. I'm trying to think. You already took his horse. The horse statue that he tried to pick up as he left. And then you see him kind of just pick off like a components pouch.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he's done doing that, he kind of nods and seems like he's finished his work.
Okay. And then I head back up.
Okay. And after this, that took quite a bit of time, just patting him down, making sure everything is secure. So I would say about this time is when everyone else would be coming back into Broken Wheel.
Okay. I'm probably assuming that he went straight to the guild house, so that's where I'm gonna go. Just to kind of be like, so Garnus,
Okay.
what did he tell ya?
Vap and Slicks and Sir Yon.
I still need a guy on my... Oh yeah, thank you.
I'm placing down, and then Connie. I think that's everyone. So yeah, you guys get back in Broken Wheel, and you see the same pretty desolate town, but you know everyone's busy with work. It's now sunset, approaching the time that you guys told Lur that you would be at his information gathering, but it's not yet time for that. And you guys approach the guild house.
Okay, and I go.
Guys,
Oh, guys, why is there a goat
Wait.
on top of the the guild house?
I just figured out who the big bad evil guy is secretly. It's
Did
Lur
you?
because he has a lisp. It has to be.
Everybody be nice to Lur.
Guy,
Like,
it's like, I told you guys.
and then the twins are like, right, yeah, it's definitely Lur.
It's
Be Lur
it's
at the
Lur
end.
with
You guys
Theo.
want to die?
Tio. And as you walk in, Garnus and Crom are still like kind of conversing. But as you guys walk in, he kind of motions. Thank you all for taking care of the situation that I sprung up on all of you. I know it was fairly short notice, but I am glad that you were able to take care of it. I hope that none of you were too damaged within the fighting that I've heard happened.
I gotta look at my character sheet. Did I get damaged? I don't remember.
Katie and I took a short rest. We're good.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't think any of you were too damaged. A couple of you got a couple hits in, but for the most part, you guys did pretty well.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
No, Katie did pretty well.
Yeah, you really did hold our
Yeah, Katie
hold
did
our
like
group up.
160 or something for one round.
Yeah. No, I didn't
They
take any
couldn't get the
damage.
things and damage them. Okay.
Right, right. That's what happened, Levi.
Well, if you are all feeling up to it, we still have, and I don't know why I'm looking at my wrist because there are no watches in this.
He has a sundial.
Yeah, he has a sundial on his wrist. Because that's how that works.
Wait, Kyle, are you wearing a watch right now?
I'm not actually, so I don't even know why I looked at my
You're
wrist.
just sitting,
Do you know what that
narrating.
reminds me of? That guy from Hercules want to buy a sundial.
Sundial that opens up his cloth.
Yeah.
We still have an hour or so before we are meeting with Lur. And I would like to question Zealous with all of you present, as you have all proven yourselves to be able to deal with him. I was not expecting him to be the way he is. I was expecting more of a quick
Human shaped.
grab of a merchant. But this is the situation we're in right now. So if you are all feeling up to it, I was going to go down and question him.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah,
I
on
stand
with
out
the
of stool
question.
and start making my way down.
Okay.
Town.
Walking fast.
Yeah, come on, guys. We didn't bring him in, but we deserve answers.
Do we
Ouch,
do we
ouch.
pass any faces as we're going down?
Yeah, who else is here?
Yeah, so as you guys go down into like the cellar part, you pass Brett, who is sitting staring at the two now occupied cells, along with the dragon that you actually no, you hadn't, but Slicks had previously gotten from the Feywild, and it's now kind of like crawling around on the ground, and then it like climbs up his leg and then up to his shoulder as you guys come to the room, and then he kind of like puts his arm down and it like climbs down his arm and onto the table.
We
Aw,
got him a buddy.
Yeah. He's like
I'm
a sugar
glad that
blanket.
happened that way. Because we just dumped it on that guy.
Yeah, you guys straight up was just like, hey, here's the last dragon, see ya.
Hey,
That's how
Daniel
heroes
was gonna
are
come
made.
back.
And then other than that, you see Zealous chained, restrained, in his cell, and then the cell to the right, you also see a small child, also bound and gagged, sitting just kind of on the floor, absent-mindedly.
In which cell?
In this one.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm
Oh,
Vap,
some
and like this is like my OG character, and wow, I never knew there was like a cell thing, like a jail under here. Like have never been here.
Yeah. I don't think.
Actually,
No,
was this Paisley's character she had when we went to the other guild?
No, because this was your side character.
No, not him. I thought you were just talking about the prison. You're talking about him.
Oh.
no, I've just never been to this prison.
Yeah, you guys would all know that this prison's here, even if you as a player didn't.
Yeah.
And also, most of you, other than Slicks and Akani, would know of Gorik, the previous guild member, in this cell that summoned undead and attacked his own party members and was thrown into jail.
Oh, that's the child.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a... He just looks like a child. He's not actually a child.
Yeah. Hey. Dakota.
Yeah, just
He's like, I regret nothing.
for the stream, this is Dakota's old character.
I told a party member to not do something, and then he proceeded to do it, so I cast Finger of Death on him.
You can't
Yeah.
just cast Finger of Death on people, Dakota.
You know how mad that made me as a player?
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is fine. Oh. Okay.
But as you guys do filter in down into the cells, Garnus walks to the jail cell that Zealous is in, and opens up the cell. Just given that everyone's here, he asks Crom to. No, you can't open a cell. He asked Crom to release his bindings, not his gag yet, and to keep his hands, but to bring him out into the general
undo
area.
my belt.
Okay. So you undo your belt and and bring him out so that everyone can kind of just be around. I can't say how much I love that they made it able so that you can like move through people.
Oh, I know. Sorry, guys.
And Garnus kind of looks at everyone. Just be on guard as he starts unfastening the other belt around Zealous's mouth and removing the gag.
I'm just gonna have my spear at the back of his head.
Okay.
Just waiting.
So, I would first like to open up to any of you have any questions, as you certainly know Zealous more than me or Brett. And hopefully you all gain some insight. And Zealous, I hope you understand what will happen if you lie to us, and motions to Sir Jan with his spear at the back of his head. And Zealous kind of just like starts spitting and coughing as the gag is removed, but then looks up at you. Why don't you just have your friend over there cast one of his little mundane spells that he knows, and that would make this process go quite a bit faster.
Okay, can I... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No problem.
The last session we had,
Yes.
if I remember correctly, right when Zealous attacked us, didn't he say some real fucking evil shit?
Well, he said, I'm the hero, or...
Well, he was saying, I wish you wouldn't ask me about this, blah, blah, blah. And then...
Verbatim, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Yeah,
And-
like...
Yeah, and then he started floating and shit.
He was kind of saying that he
Like
was the
said,
hero.
he's the good guy here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's, right before
But he said it like
transformed.
an evil person, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he called us imbeciles.
Oh, yeah.
He did do that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay, I'm sorry, you can continue.
No problem. He motions up to Brett standing behind all of you as he says to cast one of your little spells. And Brett kind of... I think that I do have a spell for this, but I would have to make sure that the rest of you are okay with it as well, because it would affect everyone here. Do any of you know the spell Zone of Truth?
Nope.
I don't either. I don't know what that means.
Absolutely. I pull out my hammer. We just hit him a few times. That's telling the truth, right?
Well, that is one guaranteed way of getting people to talk. But again, that doesn't guarantee that the words they say will be true. But with
Well, you just hit him a lot.
No, there's no hitting. We're doing an
Oh.
interrogate.
Okay.
but if I do cast this spell,
He's so disappointed.
there is a chance that anyone within the range and during the next 10 minutes will not be able to tell any lies. That doesn't mean that they have to say anything. They don't have to respond, but if they do give a response, it has to be the truth. But they do have a chance to resist the spell's effect, but if they do resist, I will know.
Oh.
Do it. We have no secrets.
Right.
I just want to make sure with all of you that that is okay, because it will affect everyone in this room.
Okay.
I just look at him and say, on with it.
Okay, and he quickly casts, it's just one action, so he, next couple seconds, casts a spell, and you see a light kind of emanate, starting at Zealous, and kind of like quickly envelops all of you and disperses.
Oh.
So I need each of you to make a charisma saving throw if you're trying to resist this.
Oh. Well, I guess.
I just like saving throws.
If we're trying to resist the spell, you mean?
Yes, you can try to resist the spell. If you resist it, he will know, but you don't need to tell the truth within the time frame.
It's a -1. I got a 15.
What did I roll? An 8?
Oh,
17.
that was mine. Mine was an 8.
No, 18.
7 plus 1. 8.
Katie's was an 8.
Okay.
I don't try to resist.
Okay, and then Suryan.
Yeah, I tried to, just because I wanted to do a saving throw.
Okay, what'd you get?
8.
Okay. So Akani and Vap, you resist the spell.
Yay! I don't know why I did, but just in case.
Okay, I have the first question.
Garnus motions a hand to go ahead.
I point at the dragon in the corner, and I look at Zealous, and I go, "What is that?"
He kind of bites his lip. One question that I didn't want to answer, but
Oh!
Yeah, see, Kyle's smart.
that right there is Solacin.
Solace.
Oh,
What does that mean?
that was the god, right? Or just the really big dragon, I guess.
Yeah, so Crom...
You knock that off. Oh, sorry.
do
Sorry.
No problem. I think... I don't think any of you were there, actually.
Well, the only person that actually spoke to him was
Yeah, but I'm trying to think, because... Yeah, you guys had been around, and they had conversation back and forth. So Crom, Suryan, and Vap, you would know that Solacin was the one and only ancient dragon that was in the Feywild, kind of like the leader of the dragon folk.
Oh, yeah.
He was that like big old dragon in the pile of gold.
Oh. He's doing like a phoenix thing right now or something. Starts out as small dragon again after he gets like killed.
Maybe he just wanted to hang out with Brad.
Maybe. Red's 10 out of 10. He's just not my people, you know. Next question.
I'm gonna poke him with my crossbow and say, well, what happened in the Feywilds?
Yeah.
I guess that just depends on what you mean exactly. Obviously, there is the history of the Feywild. There are plenty of magical beings there. some among satyrs.
What was your purpose in the Feywild?
Somebody hit him, please.
I slap his cheek with the side of my spear.
Hey, I was gonna you.
Well,
Why
kind
are
of like
they all dead?
Yeah. Yeah.
they are all dead because if they were alive, there would be a chance that they would create something else. You all have been adventuring, and last I heard you were at the capital. So I would assume you all know of this. But my people were the ones that created this Umbra. And history doth receive... history doth repeats itself.
Yeah.
And if they were alive, as you have seen, any of you who had contact with them, there was at least one of them that was experimenting with living things, and that is a good sign that it needed to be stopped before it got to the point that my people got to centuries ago.
Alright, good touch.
So did you murder them to keep them from causing a problem?
Answer the question.
Somebody hit him again.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to think. Yes, I am the one who murdered them.
Dun dun dun.
The fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't have known something bad was gonna happen.
Of course I would.
Yeah. I mean, but they're your people, aren't they?
They were.
Fair, I guess.
Okay, so then what were they experimenting with?
Well, who do you mean by they? Do you mean my more recent kind, or my long...
You know what I mean.
I really
That's-
don't. Do you mean the people in the Feywild, or like the older dragon folk?
No, the ones in the Feywild that were killed.
Oh, okay. Well, there was one of my kind who was given more leniency than the rest and had started experimenting with animals in the Feywild. I ran into some on my travels. It seemed like some grotesque hog creature.
Oh, hey.
And there was many more in the Feywild that I will have to take care of at some point.
Okay, so then why not just kill the guy that was doing that?
Because someone will take his place. It always happens.
Why not bring it to our attention? You claimed to
Would you
want
be
to
willing
help
to kill
us.
them all?
No, but I would be
Then
more
that's
than
your
willing
answer.
to try and solve a situation without committing genocide.
Yeah. Yeah, Kinslayer.
We already tried starting over. I put them in an area where they had nothing. No tools, no information, nothing. And still, someone came back and created monstrosities out of other living things.
So, I step forward and stuff. What made you the guy for the job? Is there some sort of title you used to have among dragon folk that put you in a position where you should be the guy calling the shots? Or saying that they should all die?
He's quiet for quite a bit of time.
But not more than 10 minutes, right?
No. No, and at this point, it's only been about a minute of just questioning.
Yeah.
I don't assume that you are well versed in my people.
I am not.
Says the Drake Warden.
Oh, wait. Wait. That's different. That's not dragon
It's very
folk.
different.
I know. It's just
That's dragon racist.
It's not like normal racist.
Yeah.
It's like dragon
This
racist.
is dragon level racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
They all look
Damn.
the same anyways.
Are we scaling this
Yeah.
like it's One Punch Man?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
That's dragon level racism right there.
This answer requires context.
Okay. Hit me with your people's history. Do it.
My name is Stillo of House Zeros. My family has been in charge of research and maintaining order.
You do both science and military? That is a travesty. Just staying,
Towards the end of my family's lifetime, they leaned more towards the research side and not so much the order side. They were the ones that created Umbra. They decided that experimenting on living things was not getting them the results they needed. Therefore, they went out of their way and created something out of ethereal material. It is
Made
my
out of
responsibility.
They made it out of material.
Ethereal. Yes. Ethereal.
Made out of meth. Got it.
Yes.
No!
It was my responsibility to fix my family's mistake originally, and I am the only one. I'm the only one alive that knows of those mistakes, other than now those of you in this room. Therefore, it was my responsibility to fix those mistakes.
What do you plan to do about Umbra?
I cannot do anything about Umbra specifically.
Specifically, why did you say it like that?
when Umbra was created, and you have all seen where Umbra had been created at this point, there was not much time to discuss what the best plan of action would be. He was created and almost immediately decimated everything in the area. He was created to destroy. I, being someone who can look to the future, made a deal. I was allowed to live. All I had to do was point Umbra to the rest of my people.
I just want to throw out there this music, so not suitable for what we're doing right now. It's like little claps.
So upbeat.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
I don't even have it on.
No. Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, being allowed to live meant that I couldn't die to Umbra.
What do you have that's good against Umbra?
I have given you everything that I can that would be of use.
And at that, Akani is gonna like get all puffed up and like take out his mace and start doing the whole intimidating slap against his palm thing. Are you sure? You're doing all you can? Huh? Are ya?
Roll an intimidation.
Against somebody who can't lie.
Roll an intimidation, and you can use your strength as a modifier if you want.
Intimidate. I know I have that one. Oh shit, that's a -1. Wait, I thought I got some, I totally have some special thing for intimidation. I know I picked it up because I knew I was going to do this, because that's why I picked the big lion dude. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong character, that's what it is. Oh yeah, +5, there we go. 15!
Okay.
Is this music better?
This is better for world-altering information that he's giving us. Like the little claps and stomps and stuff was not really doing it for me.
That song was literally called Celebration.
Let's see. Yeah. So he kind of you step up and unexpectedly kind of just make sure that he is telling the truth and the complete truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes.
So help you God.
And he kind of goes wide-eyed for a second and then regains his normal composure. I have been creating items. I would be considered at this point in time the best at making magic items, given that my competition is no more. I have given you all of the items that you can all pay for. I've given them to you at quite a discount, and I believe that I have helped you all quite a bit.
I mean, you could have just said yes. And I'm like, I shrug and put my mace away and say, okay, dude, you're cool. And then walk over here and be like, oh, hello.
Hello, little boy.
Okay, never mind. That's creepy.
Ow.
Go over here.
Okay.
I just want to throw out there. He's saying he helped us. He's helping us conquer a demon by giving us clearance magical weapons. And that's the best thing he can do? Am I
That's right, cheapskate. I get back out my mall. You cheapskate.
Yeah.
He's obviously not healthy in the brain.
They are not clearance magical items. They are
I mean,
the
it
best.
looks like little cheap things, you know? They look
No.
a little cheap,
I
like those
don't
little
even know
flimsy
who
plastic
you
things.
are.
What?
He's never met Nagani.
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are. I'm just giving you shit, bro. Walk away.
Looks back at Vap. I have given you the best of the best. They are not clearance. I have just been giving them away for practically nothing compared to how amazing they are.
I'm gonna look at
Wow.
yeah. I'm gonna look at like all my companions and be like, why didn't he outfit our warriors? We would have returned his gear. Like he didn't have to sell us it at all.
That is
okay.
an excellent point.
Right? Right?
Take your face again.
This all feels very weird.
You,
It's like-
small one, and motions towards Vap again.
Yeah. I
How many compatriots would you say have passed through Broken Wheel?
like not many, right? It's Broken Wheel.
How many of your friends have come into Broken Wheel, claimed that they took an oath to protect Broken Wheel and be of service to the guild?
I mean, I have at least 7 here.
Oh.
How many
oh,
of those
no.
are still here? If I had given
Yikes.
all of my items to the first people who promised to do good, I would have no more items.
Stepping out of character for a second, as a player,
Mm-hmm.
my drunken bunny person literally took money and ran.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling particularly bad about this.
Yeah. One of your characters that was given quite a few magic items is sitting in the next cell.
Nice.
So
Okay, but how exactly did you make a deal with Umbra?
Yeah. Rope
And
back
could
into
we
that.
make a deal for him not to, destroy the world?
no. Umbra's one and only goal has ever been destruction. The only reason that I was given any morsel of mercy was because I could lead him to more destruction. If you want to strike a deal with him, it ends up badly. I was told that I would be allowed to live. Instead, he gave me this curse, which doesn't let me die.
I'd like more information on his curse.
Okay.
Yeah. What exactly is the constraints? Can he just give his body to science now?
No, I still feel pain, as all of you have seen. You did quite a number on me, kind of looking over at Slicks.
Yeah. The demigod of goblins?
I can still feel pain, and I can still be brought down to where I am unconscious. But I will never die. My body could be away from my head, and my head will still be thinking of all the pain.
Oh.
So I say, let's make you fight him then.
I can't. I think I've already been through that.
This is giving me those American Horror Story vibes, where that racist woman was like decapitated and buried, but she was still conscious.
Oh, yeah.
Too relevant. I'm backpedaling on that statement. No real references in this family. Huh. I go over to Chrome, and I'm like,
The effects of the spell are nearing an end,
oh.
so you guys have a couple more questions within the time frame.
Can we kill him?
Is there a weak spot that you know of? Since you've been so close interacting with him, he'd be the only person who would know.
Umbra is powerful, and do not get me wrong. I would love to see him dead as much as the rest of you. From my experience, he has been made to be the perfect killing machine.
Yeah.
The way he fights is...
Yeah, more info on that, please.
Trying to think of the best way to phrase this. Unsportsmanlike. He, at a touch, can take control of those around him.
Oh. Okay. So we're gonna need, like, psychic defense. Big yikes.
Put the mentally unstable dragon folk back into the cage.
Yeah, and at this point, it's nearing the very end of the spell, so you guys have one question if you'd still like to use it.
The music? Oh god, I'm choking on almond skins.
How do you not choke on almond skins?
I'll Google it.
That's my question. Answer it.
Answer the question. Drink water, you fool.
Oh, water. I do have a water bottle.
Oh my god, Paisley. Why wouldn't that be your first thought?
No. I was actually to eat more almonds, so.
No.
My god, you're an adult.
Yeah.
They're really delicious.
Oh god, I'm choking. Better eat some more food.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. I got the habanero barbecue almonds. They're 10 out of 10.
I'm fucking dead, dude.
Okay, so do you guys want to use your last question?
Chrome, you've been really quiet.
Yeah.
I've been listening.
Have
Also, yeah, I feel like we should have used Zone of Truth on him after we talked to Laura and got all the other information.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like we can't use Zone of Truth on him again. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Keep him locked up because obviously he's done awful things. And Brett can stay with him and continue to interrogate him about his people and his experiences with Umbra. And he can just take notes for us.
Yeah, he's got contracted with the demon, so we know he's no good.
Yeah.
Like, we're not letting him
So
out.
he's staying
It's
in
not okay to
prison.
just murder people.
It's just also really tough because he's really strong. And because I've never been to this prison-y thing before, I don't know how tough it is. Like how secure our prison cells are here.
Well, and also if he does end up getting out, like, what's the worst thing that he can do? He already murdered his entire race. It's not like there's more of his race that he can murder, right?
He could kill us. Dakota.
Do you want to kill us, Zealous? That's my question.
Dakota, you spelled I, not 8. This place I.
He looks at you.
I love the text bubble so much.
He looks towards you, Sir Jan, and with a smile across his lips, he says, "Right now, I wouldn't really mind it."
Oh.
Dick?
Man, I want to just stab him in the eye so bad.
Do it! Wait, don't, please. We need him to talk more, actually.
He doesn't need an eye to talk.
That is fair. That is
And
not a
it's not like it'll
requirement.
kill him.
So y'all's not a torturer, though.
Yeah.
Kyle is a torturer. Fuck this guy. Sir Yol's so nice.
Sir
Kill
Yon
him
is
with
not.
kindness.
Yeah.
Why?
And at that, you see a pretty much backwards wave of light, kind of like from the walls, come into the same point that originally emanated the light, and then disappear. Now, I'd be more than willing to answer any more questions. Unfortunately, that is the extent of your paladin's powers.
Oh, heck.
And Brett kind of like looks down. He's like, "Yeah, if you want me to do that again, I can do it tomorrow."
Brett!
One
God
and
damn
done.
it! What have you been doing while we've been adventuring?
He's a jail warden.
He's been taking care of a baby
I
god.
escort him back into.
Okay.
I don't reapply the belt, but I tell Brett to go back and re-gag him and all that stuff.
Okay.
I like that it says Sir Yon would like to close a
Yeah.
parentheses thing.
Okay, so Brett claps his hands together and re-gags him, and then leaves. He has free movement, but he can't move his hands, and he can't talk.
And then I go over to this little dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and
it, like, as you approach it, kind of, like, hides behind Brett's leg,
Oh, that's adorable.
Aww.
and, like, peers out from next to it.
and I ask him if what he says is true.
It tilts its head. And Brett kind of like picks it up and, I don't know, what he's talking about, but,
Brett named him, didn't he?
yeah, sorry.
Oh no.
It's just Kyle flipping through archives now.
Oh shit, this is terrible. But Goldie here, hasn't done anything, to harm me or, said anything or done anything odd. It's just a wormling.
Aw. Yeah. I guess that's fine.
That doesn't strike you as an oh yeah, because you are a Drake Warden. You would know, like wormlings are still very powerful.
And also,
Yeah. I don't know if...
Through cloning.
Oh. What was the message you were trying to communicate to Goldie here? Maybe
what
I can...
he said is true.
I kind of step up. I like peer around Chrome's legs. I'm like...
The same way Goldie's peering around Brett's.
Yeah. To offer a sense of familiarity is what stop is what he said true.
And you're speaking in Draconic?
Yes.
Okay. He looks towards you with a sense of recognition.
We don't do that old umlaut around here.
Stop! That's not our joke.
He looks at you with a sense of recognition, like he's understanding the words you're saying, but he doesn't respond.
Okay. I step out in front of Chrome and I give a shrug. Yeah.
It's about time we spoke to her.
Yeah.
Shrug.
Garnus goes over to Brett as you guys are leaving and just, so yes, just keep an eye on him. We will have more questions later.
Oops.
But thank you for keeping track of everyone down here.
Okay.
And you guys still have a little bit of time before the meeting, but
Oh yeah.
is there anything you
Okay.
guys want to do? I'll switch the music back since it's not as intense.
Yeah, do we have time to speak to Lur?
No, I mean the meeting with.
Yeah, so the meeting with Lur is in a little under an hour. So you guys have like time to do something in town if you want, or you can just wait if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, with a goat.
That's Brownie.
Perhaps with the time I do have, if we're just gonna go talk to Lur anyways, and we don't have to converse with him before the meeting, I'll go home and scratch my centipede.
Okay.
Pat Spur
What
on the head.
does a centipede sound like?
He sounds like choo choo choo.
Choo choo.
Yeah, no, not like that. Who's on the roof?
Goat.
Brownie.
Is that the goat's name? It's
Uh,
Brownie?
So it's just a goat that Levi put there before the session.
Yeah, the goat.
You go to the guild house, and there are Crunchy, Sperm, Chompers, and Rez all there. You also see Theo or Tio, whatever you prefer, packing up his things and looking like he's about ready to head out.
Oh. I toss him a couple of gold coins.
Going to your or your watcher, sorry.
Yeah. My my pet babysitter. Like
Thank you. This isn't necessary, but it will go a long way, and puts it into a pouch.
Yeah, I gave him 2 gold coins.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm glad to see that everybody has been taken care of. So only head scratches are due to each of them.
I appreciate that you paid him during an apocalypse.
Yeah. Hey.
Money is useless.
I'm just saying, in the apocalypse, pets are the first to go. So I'm just glad that nobody's eaten them yet.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take care of them. Slices up into an
I'm
individually.
glad nobody's eaten my sperm yet.
I know you guys have been looking at my sperm like that. Like,
Sperm.
no, and I'm yeah.
Eyeing my sperm very hungrily.
Oh man. Okay.
I wish I
so,
would have put that in a text bubble.
but you guys exchange like a little bit of chatter of just like, you know, oh, your pets have been great. They don't take I am sperm. They don't take any very much care. I give them just scritches. Let them run around for a while each day. Just the kind of general like, you have pets, I have pets. Pets talk.
Yeah. Pets talk. I do that, so I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And he takes off. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Chick, chick. Is that what Crunchy says?
Yep.
Aww. He does say chook chook chook.
I'll go to the bathhouse, I guess.
Okay. Go and
Yeah, take a load off.
take a quick dip in the bathhouse, and you get over there, and Fleb, the
I hate him.
the what are they called?
Kuatoa.
Kuatoa. The Kuatoa at the
God
front.
makers.
Hmm?
The god makers.
He's
the-
cool though.
The Kuatoa at the front of the counter is just hands you a towel, and not a lot of conversation is had with him, but hands you a towel and a robe, and lets you go into the bath.
Nobody else is there? I feel like that makes it always
We
so
evacuated everybody.
It doesn't seem like a lot of
that's right.
people are looking to just relax.
fair. It's wartime, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
especially with a
yeah."
war meeting coming up in the next half hour or so, but
Yeah.
it's good to relax.
It is good to relax. Feels
In the
nice.
apocalypse, that's what I do right before it happened. Just take a bath.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, just be comfy.
Okay. Everyone else, are you guys doing anything or?
No.
Well,
I am sitting with the goat.
Okay. You've
I
how'd
am-
you get on the roof?
you've found a
How'd you-
goat on the roof and are now best friends with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aw.
I know what I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
because I can do this now. Go hang out with my gnoll friends. Because we have gnolls.
We have gnolls now. And they've been assigned to watch the north gate. And it's kind of idle chatter. The relationship you
Is that the hyena people?
yeah. The relationship that you have with them is more so like
Oops.
coach athlete or like teacher student. You're like a super friendly coach or teacher or whatever. But it's more so like you've been teaching them and training them up to be like guards, or they don't seem very interested in being adventurers, but you've been training them up to be fighters.
Okay, I'm back in.
That's what gnoll sounds like.
Sorry. It sounds
I
like
like their
words
shape.
I.
Yeah, no, they're super dope.
Did you see the Knoll Alchemist?
Yeah.
Oh, with
He's
the
my favorite
hood.
one.
He is cool.
Yeah, there's
He's a
a-
whole ass character.
There's a Knoll Alchemist and a Knoll Archer as well.
I'd buy things from that guy and I'd feel cursed.
Okay. So each of
This
you off doing your own things. After about half an hour or so,
Yeah.
the sun has set. And
Oh, I didn't realize that the gourd is being held by his mouth.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. He's wearing like a, is that like called a brindle? I don't know what horse things are called.
A bridle.
Right.
I know.
Well, the thing that goes in your mouth is a bit.
Is a bit?
Uh-huh.
It's a
Metal
whole ass
part?
bit.
Yeah. And people don't use those anymore because they're inhumane.
Yeah. Let's be real. We can just call it a gag. It's cool.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just revealing a bunch of things I had hidden.
Oh.
Where's
Suddenly
the
I'm
meeting
alarmed.
happening?
Roll initiative.
Yeah. Yikes.
No
We're
one
fighting?
No, I'm
Oh,
joking.
Levi.
Dick.
Oh god, I gotta figure out where Lure is again. Jesus Christ.
Where's the meeting happening?
It's at the research center.
Okay, so where is that?
Southwest of town. Next to the giant dragon.
Hey, it's Theodore.
Theo is there? Or Theodon? That's really cool.
The Farkles!
So are you guys all at the research center?
Yeah, I'm hanging out with the Farkles.
I'm
Okay.
not. Yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay. So it's very corner of the town, next to the dragon and the stables.
Oh, here I am. Yeah.
I am a Farkle.
I've spent so much time here, and navigating it is still so
Ooh,
challenging.
actually, I think I can place this block down and be like, fetch
Bam,
all
everybody
players. That pull you
Oh.
guys to the spot?
It
It
doesn't,
pulled
it
me,
doesn't
not the
pull.
character.
Yeah, it doesn't pull a character.
Ah,
Pulls my view.
yeah.
Somebody want to disable flight on Slick?
Okay.
Just hovering.
Okay, so you guys all get into the research center.
Yeah.
I like that we're all just circling this guy.
You got this, Kyle.
I don't got it.
You guys walk
This is
in
a
and
Oh.
yeah, you see the Farkle squad right here. It might be a little confusing because these two are the same, but you see the entire Farkle squad here. You see Helpening with Lola. You see Spiarnf and Spiarnf. You see Lur, Beepers, Sneakers, McSqueakers. You see Chad. Oh, damn it. And you see Olin. And then back you see
don't
a
think-
mysterious stranger that you guys have not met.
Olin's. Who?
Oh.
Oh,
What?
your thing
Stranger.
was just back here.
Oh.
I was like, there's nobody right there.
I don't think we should explain when there's a lot of people in a room anymore because it gets a little ridiculous.
Yeah,
This is
just
Helpening. That's Lola. This is Beeper Sneakers with Sneakers. That's Chad Ington. Over here is Spiarfun.
yeah, that's mostly Kyle's doing, so
It just depends on what mood I am, if I'm gonna give him like a really cool name or like Beepers.
No, I like it when you explain everybody in the room. You did that to yourself, so you better go through it.
Oh damn. And then Garnus is also here.
There's really nothing close to an otter still.
No, there's not. The closest thing is still giant rats.
Why don't you shrink a knoll?
A knoll would be kind of close.
Yeah, I might look into that. That would,
Yeah.
might be a little bit closer, or maybe even a hyena.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
just
We're in a rat folk.
yeah. Anyway,
Actually, the rat folk.
It'd be okay.
I mean, it's better than that.
yeah, that's actually a lot closer.
I don't know if they're ever gonna actually add an otter though. It's pretty
Yeah,
obscure.
the main reason I went with like the rats was just because they are actual otters and not otter folk.
Oh. They're
like just otters.
just because Kyle really likes them. That's it.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
So Lur stands up in front of everyone. Yes, settle down. We have a lot to talk about, and things might get a little heavy at times, but feel free to interrupt with any questions that you all have.
Oh, sorry, this is really bugging me. This flame and this flame are different.
Oh, they are. That's weird.
Is that because this is an old...
It might be.
That's okay. Depth to the scene. What? No! It didn't have to go!
I'm replacing it.
So, due to a recent scouting mission, we know that Umbra's minions have... Oh man. Guys, I'm just telling you right now, I wrote out a lot without thinking about his
Yeah,
voice.
you have to talk like that the entire time?
Kyle, you do this to yourself!
We know that Umbra's minions have grown in
Still,
both number and strength. Actually, what was that? Dark brooding or whatever? Dark rituals.
Yeah, you start.
Yeah, that might be a little bit better for this situation. Due to a recent scouting mission, we know that Umbra's minions have grown in both number and strength since we last met, last time we had ventured inside the barrier. I will let our scout talk more about everything that has gone on since then. And he motions over to what looks to be a cloaked older man with a large hunched back. And he
The
like
dark hum of the background music and Lur's obnoxious voice is like the worst combination ever.
yeah, and you see as a cloaked figure, you can't really see his face. It kind of like slowly hobbles forward. I mean, this just really seems like an old guy, so for him to be a scout, you do see a an older band of broken wheel on his arm that not many of you have still, but
Is it the gray cloth?
actually, Vap, you would know this person.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
I would
You
know
also
that.
think that this is just an old man.
yeah, because you actually never learned his real identity.
Oh.
So yeah, this is an old man that you adventure.
You used to make fun of.
Yeah, you went adventuring with like your. Was this your first character?
This was my first character.
Yeah.
That was my first character, so.
Yeah. So this is the first person that joined the guild the same day as you.
Oh. What?
He speaks up. Last time we confirmed what seemed like one leader, many imps, and one unconfirmed voice yelling at said leader. Now there appears to be 3 of these leader types. The same large fiery one leading the imps. There is a smaller tiefling-like creature leading large muscular creatures that toss boulders as their main form of attack. There's also one that I could only describe as a walking smelter, leading more agile creatures, seem to be the front line. I haven't seen this Umbra, but there always seems to be a large door that a strange demon-like creature goes in and out of, and I believe that he's inside there.
Where? I humbly ask in Vap's voice. Where? With a small kobold hand raised, if I may.
Approaching from the main entrance of the where?
I totally lost it for a second there. I was like, oh no! Yeah, just like that.
Approaching from the front entrance, there seems to be a stairway going down to the left, but there is a steep drop-off as soon as you walk through the front. Taking the stairs down, there is a ground floor that you can see from the top. To the west, as you exit the stairs down, there is a sealed doorway at the top of some stairs. This sealed doorway is always protected by a few imps, and this demon-like creature seems to emerge from this door, and seems to hold a position of power.
I can still hear you guys, though.
Okay. He seems to hold a position of power over even these leader types. And after walking around for some time, seems to disappear back into the sealed door. I have scouted out the area. Cool. I am certain I have scouted out the entire area except for inside of that sealed doorway, and I have not seen this Umbra. So, if our information is true, and he is captured within this barrier, there's nowhere else he could be.
Okay. How do we deal with the minions, though?
We smashed them real hard, right? With my maul.
Garnus kind of steps forward and speaks up. Well, that is what we are doing here. We are talking of a plan moving forward. We are hoping that those of you who have more experience in the field could give more input on what you believe is the best way to approach this. Obviously, there is the brute force, and there's the brute force method of...
Were you in the bathroom?
I just came back.
Of charging through the front door, which we would all be able to go on this mission. Alternatively, we also need... we also have the option of sneaking in, as Theodon has, but talking with him, that won't be possible with a large-scale group. And if we are to do that, we would need one small group. But that being the case, you will be inside alone.
Oh.
I've got an idea.
Crom says, I have an idea, as he walks up towards the map.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to go to the world map as he's explaining this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll pull everyone to the world map. Players. 7 players.
I'm going to go... I'm just going to put 3 people down.
Okay.
To, like, represent these different groups that I have. So Crom starts talking about this idea. He says that it is a three-prong idea.
Mhm.
Number one is the defense of Broken. We need to make sure that we have a group of people organized to defend Broken Wheel as a last-ditch effort. Number two is a forward battalion that will be close to the circle rocks, but not actively engaged in the enemies within the circle. And then the third will be an infiltration. Before we set this up, we want to make sure that if the infiltration group fails or needs to retreat, they will meet back up with their group. If the first line of defense doesn't hold and we feel threatened, we need to retreat back towards Broken. We need a way to make sure that the enemy follows us on the path that we choose rather than one of their own device. So I propose a scorched earth policy where we take out natural resources for them to use except for a path that we deem we want them to take. As an example, he takes like candles and he starts lining the area.
Okay.
Yeah, explain like scorched earth.
So what I'm proposing is we send out a group to clear the path between Broken Wheel and the circle rocks. After that path is cleared, that group comes back, and during their return, they will split into two separate. One group will take the southern end, the other group will take the northern end, and they will drive out local resources, burn the ground if necessary, do anything that they can to make sure that livestock or not livestock, but wildlife is not accessible for the enemy as we except for on the path that we deem. So the enemies, if they want to sustain food, water, things such as that, they have to follow this path, and this path will lead directly back to. This will ensure that the enemy comes from a direction that we know, and that they will come to us before going anywhere else. And he goes into like,
Mm-hmm.
we need one group to go down here and do this. Do this.
We all know that Yon will be on the burn party.
And Farkle of the Farkle squad speaks up at this and kind of like leans in. Crom, it sounds like you are planning for failure. Do you not think that we can do?
The worst thing that can happen for us at Broken, and for everyone else after the fact, is not knowing whether or not they failed or. If our troops died there, and we were left without knowing, we would be at a disadvantage.
Nods his head.
Sir Yalm steps forward.
Okay.
I'm the only one here with experience having fought these monsters, and I'm with Grom. We were almost annihilated by a single lieutenant and a handful of these imps. And if what our scouts are saying is true, and this army is growing, we have to plan for the worst case scenario.
Oh god, that's right. Who was there at the mountain fight?
Iker, Sir Yon, Phoebia, and Briggan. So most of your guys' old characters except for Sir Yon.
Oh. Yeah, that's the time we almost got party wiped. My dead corpse was dragged outside of the barrier.
It was the session after you guys actually did get party wiped.
Yeah.
By the Kraken. Or the Leviathan.
Wow!
All right.
Okay.
Cordy.
That was intense. Remember how Cordy left me?
Yeah.
It wasn't Cordy.
Now
It was
I'm gonna
Friggin.
forget.
It was
What?
Friggin. Cordy died the previous session. Said that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
Anyway. Wow.
well, and Garna speaks up. This is definitely a plan that we can put forward. We do have additions. As we have had our local magic users thinking of a plan to keep the people safe. As this is a good second end to that plan, as this goes over more of how we're going to deal with the circle rocks. We have been planning how to deal with the people. Any motions towards beepers? So yeah, we've been researching any magical means of keeping the people of Broken Wheel safe. We believe that having people go into the battle arena and placing the portal disc in a secure place is where us adventurers can keep it protected is optimal for our overwhelming success.
Where is this secure place?
Well, we could keep it in Broken Wheel. Us magic users can create walls of force if necessary. But we can also have the magical disc moved outside of Broken Wheel westward. If that would keep everyone safer. That would also leave us magicians open to help if need be, because if we are keeping the disc safe, we won't be able to help out with much else.
What if we send somebody with the disc to the
The what? Sorry.
the teleportation circle? If we get the townsfolk into the disc, and then we send a runner from with the disc here, and they sit there until they either see us or see the enemy.
Well, I think that could probably work. Do you have anyone in mind who would be the runner, or would it just be someone we deem as a leader, or
Tio and Theo.
that could work? They know the area well.
They know the area.
Oh. Watch these little guys be our heroes. A staple of the town. Everybody knows these guys. I feel like that would be a good place of trust.
All right. Well, I think, and kind of looks back at the rest of the magic users, and they're kind of like nodding. Yeah, I think that could definitely work out. And obviously this is just a backup plan. So, if you all succeed, this will just be a plan that doesn't go into action. But if need be, we can have everyone go into the battle arenas where we can close the portal, move the disc with Theo, and he can bring it into the recently discovered portal, where the townsfolk would be much more safe.
Okay, this might be. Could we lure the enemies into the battle?
Kind of like looks a little worried. Well, do you have any way of funneling them? Because the portal itself is only about a 5-foot by 5-foot circle, so I mean, we definitely could if you had a way of doing that, but it seems like it would be a lot more trouble than.
Yeah. I just thought it'd be super funny if we all lured them into there.
It would
And
be.
like, we just took the portal and like chucked it into the ocean.
Why don't we just lure Umbra in there?
Well, it's the same issue. We'd have to lure
Yeah,
him. And you could just
but it's one thing, not a whole army.
Yeah. Because I guess one entity funneling into somewhere is maybe more secure than like an army where there might be individual thinkers. Still, though, we have to lure Umbra out of his keep, and that is a whole nother issue.
Yeah, we have a whole plan to lure them out and get the army moving in a direction that we want.
Yeah. We haven't
Right.
even talked about how to handle Umbra yet, though.
Throw them in a portal and then turn off the portal and toss it in the ocean.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because yikes. He's the.
But at the same time, that wouldn't
closet.
kill him. That would just kind of do the same thing that he's currently doing, buying
Yeah,
time
or-
until eventually he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, we needed to.
Hmm.
why?
Hmm.
Said
I-
locking
mean,
him
if
up
he is-
obviously doesn't work.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's worked for hundreds and hundreds of years.
I'm not gonna risk Broken Wheel 100 years from now.
No, but we could leave notes and instructions.
We can do the time capsule thing where we bury it, and then the next high schoolers that graduate, they unearth it, and then they do it again and again.
The best prank ever. Open
Yeah.
this in 100 years.
Just every 100 years,
Got
they
him.
build another portal. They let him out and just like pour him into a new place.
The sequel.
We also don't know that if you can't just leave the portal, even if somebody else closes it from the outside.
Hmm.
True.
And what if he had just a way to teleport between dimensions?
Well, wouldn't he
Leave that.
be doing that right now?
If trapped in an area.
Hmm.
There's too many unknown factors for that.
Yeah.
Well,
First.
So is fighting him.
Yeah.
All we've heard is that he can take over people's minds and that he's extremely powerful and a force of pure destruction.
Don't forget a perfect killing machine.
Yeah.
It was
Let's
Frog
figure out.
says.
Let's figure out how to deal with the army first. Are we going to try and funnel unknown amounts of enemies into the portal?
No. I say forget the portal, use that as safeguard for
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You could always do both.
Yeah, let's put the townspeople and the demons in the portal.
That's what I was thinking you meant, and I'm like,
No,
Yeah.
that was,
If the demons see
Yeah.
all the townspeople running into the portal, they can be like, they went through here.
Some Scooby-Doo hallway door stuff.
Hello, I'm in the kitchen.
Come get me, step demon. I'm stuck in a pocket dimension.
I hate it.
Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is clear the path between here and the circle rocks, and then initiate the forged walls on both sides.
Yes, and to that point, the people that we have available for advancing is your group. We also have the Farkle squad. We have Helpening with his companion Lola. We also have we have some knights coming in from Herbs arriving tomorrow. About 5 of them, I believe. We also have one other adventuring group that couldn't be here tonight.
Be right back, guys.
that I believe you've all met but have not adventured with yet. And kind of like talks about, like Patrick, Murmur, motions to Chad.
Crumb says, I will determine where people should go. I'm going to be staying back in town to make sure the preparations well. And he starts talking to if Garnus didn't have anything else, he'll break off with Garnus about who's available.
Yeah, it seems like if you guys are done talking, Garnus was kind of just listening in on what else you guys had to say. So if there's anything else you guys would like to bring up.
My giant mall.
Levi would like to bring it up and then down.
I don't believe there's...
Okay.
I got one thing. Not Sir Yalm,
Okay.
but
You as a player?
do we have anything of Umbra's?
Like personal
Yeah, I don't
belongings,
know,
or
like an artifact or
Yes.
something that we
Yes,
knew
we do.
was attached to him?
Yes,
Or-
we do.
Okay, so
He's currently locked in our cell.
Oh.
well then Chad can figure out where Umbra is specifically inside the Circle Rocks and even inside that room.
I mean, unless that prevents...
Yeah. Worth a try.
Yeah.
Bruh.
bruh. All right. Do you guys want to try that?
Chad would like to try that.
Go back to... Oh,
Yeah. Go back to Broken Wheel and pull all you guys. Uh-oh. Okay. So, back in Broken Wheel.
Cromwell will head back and get Brett to help him bring Zealous.
Bring Zealous to the research center?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you head back to the guild hall and go underneath to the cells, and Brett's still standing there, and you explain the situation. You kind of like do the same thing where you each get like an arm and kind of carry him pretty much just like by the armpits.
Yeah.
And this time Brett kind of like he's escorting him all the way, so he leaves the guild house, and the dragon starts to follow, but then he like turns around and just you need to stay here, and like kind of like waves his hand, and the dragon goes back and sits down.
And then as we're walking, I'm gonna talk to Zealous.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to him more so like we used to back in the good old days. I'm just gonna be like, if you truly want to help defeat Umbra, I'm asking you to help us.
And kind of like put him in the center of the room with like a lot of eyes on him.
Well, I say that as we're walking.
Oh, okay. Sorry, could you repeat it?
and,
Kind of cut out a little bit.
Yeah, and I remove his gag.
Okay.
And I say, if you truly want to help defeat Umbra, I'm asking you to help it.
looks at you, coy eyes.
Ooh.
Looks at you and says, "If I help you, will you allow me to get out of these restraints?"
I will do everything I can to make sure that happens.
Who's saying like ooh woo right now?
Kyle was.
Stop.
Pretty sure Slick said it. So
I will say, yeah. You can make a either persuasion or deception, depending on how you're trying to play it.
Well,
hey, can we roll that?
what?
You're not there. They're walking.
That is the dang it.
Yeah, sorry, I already
were
put them in
already
here, but they are on their way to the research center. So
The reason he said, I don't know if you want any kind of intentions behind this. He will try to help them.
okay. So you weren't lying.
No.
Okay. Okay, and he nods and seems to, like, his feet were dragging, but now he's kind of just walking and nods.
And as he says that, I'll also cut the bindings on his.
Okay, and so now he's free. You guys still have a hold of him, but he's
We're still walking.
yeah.
We're still walking him.
Mm-hmm. But he has his hands free and he's ungagged. Anything else you want to say while you're on your way?
Not.
Okay. So you guys do eventually get to the research center, and you go in, and you kind of like usher him into the center. He turns back towards Crom. Well, how can I help?
And I give him a brief description of our plan, and ask if he has any to help us ensure.
Leans back. Quite trusting. Thinks real deeply. Umbra, even though he was constructed and is very powerful, he is also very cunning. I would advise against any plans of tricking him. I do think that your plan of funneling him and his army has a chance of working. Are you looking for anything specifically?
And I nod to Chad.
Chad
Shit.
steps forward. And are you guys just wanting him to do like a scry?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
This is Chad.
fine. It's a whiz save on Umbra for an 18. I don't know if you're gonna do bonuses or minuses or not.
Yeah, so so it would be second hand because he has only heard of the target.
It's only what?
He has only heard of the target. He hasn't met the target, or he doesn't know them well.
Well, we have something that has
yeah.
his like.
Yeah, there's two things to scrying. There's knowledge and connection. Knowledge is it modifies the save modifier if you've heard of the target, met the target, or know the target well. And there's also connection. Do you have some likeness or picture, possession or garment, body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or the like? So you would have possession or garment because he owns Zealous.
Yeah.
But you would have secondhand knowledge.
Oh.
So it gets a +1.
Yeah. So it would be what's the save for it?
That's a wisdom. 18 is Chad's DC.
Okay. So then it would be 17 because he gets a +1 to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me pull this up real quick. Ooh. What did I say, 17?
The ominous DnD.
Yeah, that's the DC.
Okay. So Chad puts his hand on the back of Zealous, and as his eyes glaze over, the same as you've seen before, I'll just describe it, even though this isn't any of your guys' characters. His vision gets thrust forward, and he sees the visage of the Circle Mountains, and his vision is thrust forward quickly again, and as he gets closer, like circles in, blurry all around. He doesn't really get a visual of anything specific, just that he's going into the Circle Rocks, and his vision is thrust into a metal doorway off to the left side of the Circle Rocks, and inside he sees this demon-like creature. Let me pull it up real quick.
So we now know the actual location.
Yeah,
You,
we can confirm that it's...
If you're looking at my stream or on YouTube or on Discord, you see this like devil-like creature with large horns, and then like a stitched together, obviously different arm reaching over a what looks to be a war table. His other arm reaching and pulling what seems to be pieces across the board that is again a different arm that looks more skeletal. His legs are also stitched together. One of them looks to be like hooved, while the other is more of a draconic leg.
He's got a new lot going on.
Yeah, and across his whole body is just like stitched together pieces of different things. And
what's on his war table?
Make a perception roll as Chad.
Wait, let me grab Chad's perception.
good.
17.
Okay. It looks to be
You get 7.
What?
he has +7 to perception.
Yeah.
On his character.
Chad isn't actually in the D&D Beyond. I have all his info on reroll. I haven't imported him because we weren't using Beyond when we played.
Okay.
Is.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
not him.
you see him. It looks to be. It's hard to see any specific detail, but you have been studying this map over the last few weeks. It is a map of the continent, but more so a large chunk of the map just centered around the Circle Rocks. And you see 3 pawn-like figures that he's moving around. You don't see exactly what the 3 figures are, but he places one in front of the Circle Rocks, to the south of it, in front of the main entrance. He places one at the entrance, and then he places one in the center of the Circle Rocks. And as you're focusing on this, he stops and puts his like bony hand up to his chin as he strokes like a long, gnarly beard. And then he smiles and looks in your direction as your vision is just pulled drastically from this vision. Your eyes turn back to their normal, with like pupils and everything, and you're like thrust back into your body.
Oh.
I would explain what I saw, where he is, and then recreate what he had on his map. But then also just be like, but he saw me, so probably lying.
Yeah, so Chad explains the vision he saw to all of you in pretty good detail.
Okay. Then I asked the group, is there anything else we need to go over?
Theodon speaks up. Well, that doesn't help us. We were looking for this Umbra, correct? This is that demon creature I was telling you about. Weren't you supposed to be scrying on Umbra and not one of his lackeys?
Wait. How do you know that's not him?
What do you mean?
Like the demon creature that was depicted? Maybe that's Umbra.
Chad speaks up. Well, the spell wouldn't take me to one of his lackeys. I was targeting... Or, sorry. Well, like, dude, come on. The spell wouldn't take me to anyone else other than Umbra, because that's the person it was targeting.
Bruh.
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 Correction, bruh.
So, if, Oh, wait, he doesn't know that. Never mind.
Okay, then, yeah, if there's nothing else, I start talking to Garnus
Okay.
about the different groups. And I turn to, or I go to Garnus with Zealous.
Okay.
And I say, I think we should let him roam the town, but not leave. he's willing to help us.
And Garnus kind of like wide-eyed. You want him to roam free in Broken Wheel.
Yes.
He wouldn't even help his own people. He saved his own ass.
I'm not talking to Slick. And I tell Garnus he will be under watch.
We need someone that can watch him. I mean, with you all going out adventuring,
I am staying in town.
You'll personally stay and watch him.
Myself and more.
If that is the case, then I will allow it. But looks at Zealous with a coldness in his eyes that you don't really see Garnus having. But if there's one step out of line,
we will personally put him in his place.
He says he can't be killed, but he can be hurt.
As I say, we will personally put him into place. My ruins light up.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning crackles off of my armor.
And kind of looks back at you, Crom. If he steps out of place, I expect him to not physically be able to move his arms or move his mouth to cast a spell.
Hmm.
And I say this all just right in front of him as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Zealous kind of, it won't be a problem, Garnus. You know me.
Do we?
And then I start talking to Garnus.
Yeah, and you guys converse about that. What is everyone else wanting to do at this point in time? Or if does anyone have anything specific they want to do for the rest of the night?
At this point, I haven't hit anything in so long. I'm just gonna find a random tree and just start hitting it.
Okay, so you go out, and you remember this like weird, gnarly-looking tree, kind of by the leather worker.
No!
Poison tree that I poisoned multiple times.
I mean, you don't really know much about this tree as a character, Akani. This being, I think, one of you, like, you quickly passed through Broken Wheel, but you left pretty quickly. And during your time here, you saw this, like, gnarly-looking tree that just, like, doesn't belong. So you go and start just chopping at it, or actually just hitting it because you have a maul. And like bark starts flying off, and by the end of it, it's just looking pretty gnarly, even more so. It's all bent and broken.
Is this the one that could talk that one time?
This is the one tree that you guys use Speak with Plants with.
No!
Yeah, I tried to kill it earlier with the draconic character, poisoning it. Didn't work.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything for the night?
Gosh, I suppose not. What was Chrome up to again? I'd probably like linger where he was and then like eventually go back to bed and just kind of chill.
Okay. So you guys kind of talk and get to know everyone more so than you have before. You guys haven't talked with a lot of the people here in depth, so you kind of just like meet everyone and just like, hi, my name's this. We haven't met before, but you've met all of my companions. And it's just kind of like an awkward small talk for the rest of the night. But you guys do eventually split up, go to your respective homes, and bed down for the night.
I'm gonna do one thing. Before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
and to help console Garnus
Okay.
is does Zelos have hair?
He has 2 horns kind of going out the back, and then like a row of horns that are smaller going like down the middle of his head, but he doesn't have like locks of hair.
I'm going to I guess I'm going to apologize to him and tear one of his scales off.
Okay.
What? Hey! That's a bad apology.
He winces, but it doesn't bother him too much.
I'm guessing it's like not terrible.
Yeah.
It's better than me breaking a horn off.
Yeah, he winces, but it's not. He doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah, and then I'm going to give it to Chad, so we can find him if anything happens.
Okay.
We have a piece of him, literally,
Yeah.
and intimate knowledge of him.
Yeah.
You know, Chad could just cast
It's
Feeble
all-
Mind on him.
Well, then having
Well,
him
how
around
come
is
you
useful.
didn't share that?
Well, because it's really mean, but like, we told him he could walk free. Feeble Mind just
Makes
sets his
him retarded.
intelligence and charisma to 1.
For 30 days.
Oh.
And then at the end of the 30 days, he can make another save, and then if he succeeds, that it ends. If not, it lasts for another 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or greater restoration, heal, or wish.
Mm-hmm.
I love how everything like specifies wish,
Yeah, it's like, Wish can do anything.
but this way, like your DM can't really fuck you over if you use wish to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but that's just extra precaution.
Okay.
For some reason, when I thought you said you were apologizing, I thought it was like, I'm sorry I was doubting you or something. But it was just like, sorry preemptively for like piecing off his flesh.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just really misinterpreted that like circumstance. No, but I guess after witnessing all that, I probably head to bed.
Okay.
I was just gonna dawdle to see what Chrome was doing since he's kind of like leader of the town.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking to Garnus about what teams are doing what for the plan he laid out.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys.
And I'll talk to you, Kyle, about that.
Mm-hmm. You guys all.
I mean, we've already talked about it. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll talk specifics later. You guys all split up, go to your respective rooms, whether that be in the guild hall or the guild house, and you get a good night's rest, which seems like it's been a really long time since then.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
The music
that's gonna be
started.
So yeah, you guys wake up and emerge from each of your rooms, and the party minus Crom. I would say you guys step out of the guild house in the morning. So if you guys would like to come over to the guild house, which is north of town.
Can do.
Okay, you've changed the light, but you never applied it to the board.
I thought I did.
It's still dark for me.
Oh, it should have applied.
It's light for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine's light too.
A little bit.
Get good.
Guess what I need to do. I'm just boards.
Now I know which building is ours because of the goat. It's such a good landmarker.
Yeah, the goat. See, I knew putting that goat there would be the perfect thing to do. You know.
Yeah, that was totally your intention all along.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
We're not at that building, right?
You're
It's
you're
the
at
guild
the
house, not the guild hall, right?
Yeah, you're at the guild house.
Oh. Oops.
So it is not the goat building.
Darn. Levi, you betrayed me. Okay. They've made it.
Okay. As you guys sleepily emerge from the guild house, you hear like the clanging of different types of like metal armor as you see five knights clad in like dark black armor with like I believe like trim of like blue along the whole thing, and it seems like you see down the road that all the gnolls and the head
Dude, I
guard.
don't know what's going on, but I can't see any of those guards.
Oh, you don't see
Weird.
any of these guys?
Nope.
What?
Do the rest of you see them?
I didn't see
Yeah.
them.
Okay, I'm gonna just relaunch Talespire real quick.
Okay.
Because it's just
Um,
not updating anytime anybody does anything.
weird.
Weird.
But you see the three gnolls and one of the guardsmen of the town and the head guard are kind of like standing at attention as they walk past. And they all walk past you without even like glancing down. Just seem to be marching along. And you guys know these as the Mithril Guard.
I wave cheerily and say, "Good morrow."
And the first one like nods at you, and then the rest are just kind of like following. Alright. What would the rest of you guys like to do?
Well, gosh.
Yeah, no, the guards still aren't there for me.
They're at the guild hall now.
I guess I go shuffling towards the guild hall then.
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's figure out what's going on with these guys.
Mysterious stranger I see in the distance entering the town.
Roll a perception.
Okay. I was gonna say, hold on, I have to figure out what my pluses are, but
You don't see the mysterious stranger entering the town.
fine. I'm gonna stretch.
So are you guys all going to the guild hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys walk in, it's not even hard to hear, so I won't roll perception or anything, but one of the guards is kind of like talking with Garnus at his front desk, just kind of like, "Knowles, in the city.
Oh.
And then we pass, what is that? An orc? What's going on in this town?
I
they
get my
racist?
ball out.
They're hella racist. By the way,
They're from the capital.
they murdered thousands of centaurs.
Pull them all out and like get battle ready. Because they look like assholes.
Okay.
What?
Garnus kind of like
Wow.
You would know, silly, that these guys are probably the guys from the.
I have something
Rip.
wrong. I just want to hit something.
Garnus kind of just
Like,
like
withdrawals
consults him.
here.
Yes, we definitely do things differently here in Broken Wheel, and while you are staying here, we expect you to uphold our qualities. You are a guest here, and we will be as kind as we can, but we will not tolerate this kind of attitude in our city.
I'd like to.
Disrespect.
No, I'd like to kind of like stumble forward and be like, "Hi, I'm back,"
You kind
and
of like
extend a small kobold hand.
They're
Kinda
just like,
like-
there's not enough white humans around. And then just in walks a half orc, a giant cat, and 2 kobolds. Or a kobold and a goblin.
yeah.
The only
Like
human that in the group is not anyone.
yeah.
There's only one white dude I think that any of us have played. It's just Chad.
Crumb.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but you guys have never seen
John.
his face.
Nobody
No, they have.
believes
At
that
the
John-
we had a spa episode.
Oh yeah, we had the spa episode.
No, I imagine he was still wearing his helmet.
He kind of steps back and like, if he had a tie, he would be readjusting it. Just
Oh, also, Crumb's not wearing a helmet right now.
is he not?
He's wearing the crown.
That's right. So, they step back and they kind of like, well,
Excuse me, circlet.
yeah. While we're in town, we will respect your way of living. Just don't expect us to mingle with them. And like kind of motions towards Vap, outreaching her hand. And then they like kind of all line up and walk out between all of you.
I as they're walking out,
Mm-hmm.
don't ask me how this has actually happened. I'm just doing this for comedic effect.
Okay.
I like scoff at them and fart in their general direction.
Okay. As they pass by, a couple of them kind of like reach up to plug their nose, but they're wearing like full plate masks, so it's kind of just like.
What the fuck?
Those guys are assholes.
Yeah.
Can we beat them up?
Yeah, they're out there talking shit. So you want to just talk back?
I'll talk with my crossbow.
Garnus motions to the rest of you. So, I am sorry about that. It's hard to remember what life was in the capital after living here for so long, so that was just a harsh reminder of why we live so far out. But I am glad you are all here. I did have something I want your group especially to take care of before we set our plans in motion. Do you guys respond to him at all, or?
I give an earnest nod. Go on.
I've been talking with Crom about sending out a few groups to enact his scorched earth policy. I believe you have all ventured out and know how dangerous the continent gets as you venture east. And we need adventurers to clear a path so that when we do march, we are getting to these circle rocks at full. We do not want to waste any energy getting there, and we want everyone to be 100% during the fight. So we do need a group to venture out and clear out some of the larger monsters before we start clearing out just general wildlife.
Hell yeah.
So I would like
Kill
to
biodiversity. What a crime! No.
I would personally like to hire you all to venture out and
Oh shit.
do what is necessary to get rid of any monsters along the path. Whether that be just scare them away, kill them, it doesn't matter to us. Just make sure that once we are moving forward, they are not bothering us.
Okie dokie.
As he was saying this, Akani like slowly like walked up until he was like right next to him, like towering over him.
Okay.
He's like, "Does that mean I get to hit things?"
Yes, and he's like kind of like leaning away as you're getting like super into his personal space.
I'm like, yeah, and like do like a, I don't know, like super enthusiastic, like quick hug that like knocks him off his feet and then runs out the door.
Okay.
A joyous time.
Murder is always joyful.
Well, just for specifics, since you three are still here, it gets more challenging on this continent as you go east, so if you could focus more so on the creatures that are closer to the circle rocks, as to not have them we do not want to be fighting on two fronts once we get there. So if you could take care of any creatures around the immediate area first, and then hopefully work your way back and get rid of any creatures that would give us trouble at that point.
Gonna give him a thumbs up.
Okay.
It will be done.
I can always count on your group. I thank you for being so willing to help on such short notice. So, but I await your return, and kind of like goes back to working on his papers on his desk. Akani, you've been kind of like sitting outside for a little bit as they go over like more details about the mission and stuff. Oh. Sorry, I put one of the guards people down and then he disappeared, but it was because I had a hidden box. But after like a good 15-20 minutes, Akani, you make a perception check.
Oh, I am so good at that one. Oh,
Yes, you are.
I really am. 27.
Jesus. So yeah, you're kind of like sitting out there for like 20 minutes, and you're getting a little impatient, and then you hear like blip, 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 and down the road you see like this frog creature crossing the bridge.
Aw.
And with that perception, you kind of see like a small trail that he's leaving, coming out of the guild house over the bridge.
Oh. And this is like obviously a monster thing.
It
Or
is.
do
It is in
is-
clothing and hopping along.
Okay. I am gonna like walk up to it and like have my maul out just in case it attacks me. But
Okay.
actually, no. I'm a Connie. I'm gonna charge it and like hit it. Because why the heck not?
Okay. Roll initiative.
17.
Okay. So, Lertug, you are up first.
At 20. Hold on.
So, just right off the bat, if you'd like to give a description of your character.
So Lertug, he is a grung.
Oh. No. Oh.
So Lertug is a grung. He is a is he small or medium? Yeah, I don't remember if grungs are.
I believe they're small, but
They're small.
Okay.
He is a small humanoid frog. This grung, if your character is familiar with grungs at all, he does look slightly different than normal grung. Because he is a mutant blood hunter.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, this character's dope. So he is I don't want to give too much away.
yeah, just physical description.
Okay, yeah. So he's small. Instead of the normal grung appearance, where they're like a solid color and their color would determine like their rank standings, he's actually multicolored. Yeah. As you approach, says.
Does anybody else kind of think that he just looks like a dude in a frog suit, like the miniature?
No, the miniatures aren't good.
It's kind of freaking me out, man.
This is the only like frog thing besides a frog.
He just has a frog hoodie on.
Hold on. I might have.
It's like one of those zip-up hoodies that zip up all the way past your face.
Yeah, except it also looks like he has a face below his frog face.
One second.
It does.
You see it now?
Yeah, it's like a little pudgy guy.
Uh-huh.
Aww. I like you so much.
I
Hold on,
love
Mike.
it. Oh man.
Now for.
Oh, I'm gonna be able to see now.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, like that. I just sent it in Discord general chat.
Oh, cool.
But instead of a rapier, and a crossbow, he has a short bow and a spear.
I'll put it on the stream.
Dope.
That's not a dude in a frog hoodie.
No, but it's a really cool picture of a grub.
Yeah. Dope. Alright,
No,
so
I
that's
totally
what you see.
what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. Comes up and he says something. Levi, I don't believe you understand, but what languages do you know?
Common, Draconic, and Leonin.
Then no, I don't believe you understand him.
Shit.
Yeah, but that's what he says. And he ends his turn.
Okay. Akani,
Shit.
what would you like to do?
Just had this big thing of I was told to go out and smash things, and then this weird frog thing comes up, and I automatically assume it's an enemy. I attack.
Make a roll.
I like
Wow.
how defeated that was.
Oh, you
Rare
chat.
roaring really loudly, as loud as I can, like for the glory of Broken Wheel or Ambush or something like that. Something along those lines.
And none of us are listening. Good luck.
It's fucking loud, all right? Yes, you are listening.
She just runs outside. He's a cat.
26 and a 14 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Both of them or just one?
No, just the higher one.
Okay. Oh, wow, you're lucky. Plus 5 plus 8. 10, 18. 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, and the rest of you hear a large roar from outside.
So we hear the
Oh yeah.
fighting. Okay. I'll run in that general direction. Do I know it's a Connie that
Yeah,
yelled?
he's done that like every chance he could get.
Absolutely. As a just as a thing, as a bonus action, I'm gonna do Daunting Roar.
Okay.
DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Is it charmed or frightened?
No. Oh yeah, it's frightened. Shit. You immune or something?
No, I just have advantage. I failed it.
Is anything above a 17?
I failed it.
Oh, okay. Well, you're frightened of me until end of my next turn.
I can't willingly move closer to you.
Yeah.
Then you're next.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can't willingly move closer, and you have disadvantage on attacks made when you're able to see him.
And I what? You cut out.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and maybe ability checks, when you're able to see him. Conditions.
While it's in line of sight.
Yeah. Yeah, ability checks and attack rolls while it's in line of sight.
I'm
Okay.
gonna jump onto the roof.
Holy shit.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have a? I forget.
High jump of 15 feet, not moving.
Okay. Yeah, just make a general athletics.
Not an acrobatics check?
Either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, this is plus 13.
Okay, yeah. You do a flip. And you land on the roof. The rest of you come out and you see like this frog creature like jump up and do a flip onto the blacksmith house as Akani roars out.
And I say...
Okay.
I'm gonna do this. This is how he's gonna talk, and I'm only gonna tell Paisley what I say.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're talking loudly, Paisley, you would hear him.
Okay. Wait, what did you say?
I'm texting it to you.
Oh, man.
Got you. Getting real on the down low.
I still want it to be like...
Mm-hmm. But next is Akani, so...
Oh,
Wait.
hold on. I'm gonna use one of my key points.
Okay.
For, patient defense.
Okay. Okay.
How do you know, like, how high you can jump?
As a grung, he has a high jump of 15 without moving.
Oh.
Yeah, there's
So-
there's something with strength, but I think it more accounts for like long jump, not really high
Okay.
jump. Normally it's just like an athletics or acrobatics roll.
Do I, like, hear them come out of the door and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I look back and be like, yo, we'll have a person ambushing us. Kill it!
It's up to your strength score for a long jump. And if you're moving at least 10 feet, you can do a running long jump.
Where do I get to interject?
Right now, because he's talking to you.
Okay. I approach the situation as quickly as I can.
Okay.
And I'm like, this fella says he's friendly. And I give a thumbs up.
So, no smashing then?
I shake my head.
She just looks so dejected and just like slowly walks away.
Yeah, and
I would have laughed so hard if Dakota's like, I got a brand new character, it's so dope. And murdered.
No, there was very little chance that was happening.
yeah.
I don't know, Katie does a lot of damage.
But yeah, you guys walk up and you see more Death Cobbler running down the road. And it's just like, Connor, you fucking idiot! And like kind of motions down for Lurtug. And
Yeah.
you met more very slightly, Lurtug.
He just flops down with a little
Mm-hmm.
whack.
Yeah.
And Moore's just like, group, meet Lurtug.
Yeah.
Chrome sent him, and then like leaves on that note.
That's what I was gonna say.
I walk up to him and extend my hand.
Oh, please don't do that.
I take his
I'm
hand.
doing it. I shake your
No.
hand.
I'm dead.
Make a
What's your
constitution-
poison?
I'm getting it right now. Make a Constitution DC 12.
12. I rolled a 20.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Shake your hand. Real nice. Hello, I'm Yon. Good to meet you.
I'd
He
like
just-
to.
He doesn't respond.
I come up behind him and I say, hello, I'm Yon, but like in a sister language.
Okay.
And giant.
Yeah, you're speaking giant, and this is what you heard.
And he repeats what he said earlier.
Who? What? Huh?
That means I am Lurtug.
I didn't get that.
You can go to the. If you go back to where you can see the dice.
No, I know. Just be difficult.
And then I go to shake Vap's hand.
Okay.
Oh. I'm
'Cause
like,
I'm just now discovering this is what people do.
yeah. I'd like to reach out my hand, but like a couple inches from his, and just like shake it, but like air shake his hand.
Why?
Because I'm not resistant to poison.
You
I'm
don't
only
know
resistant to cold.
You don't
What?
know I'm covered in poison.
I shake his hand.
Make it these 12 Constitution saving throw.
Ah! I wouldn't know that. I'm a reptile.
And
Do
he's
you
a
have
frog.
poison?
I rolled a 1. I'm dead.
Take 6 points of damage and you're poisoned for 1 minute.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, no. The damage is only if I apply it to a weapon. You're just poisoned for a minute.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you shake his hand, and you don't take any physical damage, but like your arm feels kind of numb for a second, and then it kind of like spreads up, and then you just feel like nauseous.
Kyle, you taught him bad things. You didn't have to teach him to shake people's hands.
Fine. I was fine. There's literally no way that I would fail that save unless I rolled a nat 1.
No. Okay, well, this was a horrible interaction.
One thing you notice about my character is he is covered in little vials. He has like a bandolier of vials. A lot of them are like the same color as the stuff dripping off my skin, but some of them are different colored.
Wait, so you're like wet?
Yeah, kinda.
Ew.
You know,
You know how if you touch a frog?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Would you say you were moist?
I am squelching.
Stop. So awful.
Sorry, I'm.
Yeah, we have behind the scenes stuff we have to do with this now.
Okay. So yeah, that he starts talking again. And what would you like to say?
I kind of stand next to Lertu to try and like use his voice for him. I'm like, I was told to go on an adventure with you. I look to Lertu for validation.
And he nods, assuming you said what he said.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, here we go. The
I
grapevine. It's so dangerous.
I slap him on the back and I'm like,
You have to
you need to get prepared.
No! Will you learn your lesson? Stop touching him.
Fine.
Now he thinks that everybody wants to touch.
There you go. I didn't fail.
At any point, I can make it stronger. So you know.
That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, you guys have been given a quest to clear out some monsters to the east, and you have crossed paths with the new guard that were sent to help and aid you along your journey after this initial quest, and you have met a new companion, Lertug. And we will end the session there for today. And
We've
pick
got to
up
find
next
a
time.
better way for me and Paige to communicate.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, or you just will stop talking altogether.
No! Wait!
That's what my next character should be. He should be in mute.
Play Kenku.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. No, I like my elf. I even named him. He's called Hoovel. Because he's an owl person? No one?
Yeah, no, I got it.
The session, guys.
All right.
Yeah, that.
So, anyways.
Thanks for joining us.
Awesome pun, alright?
All right. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, have a good rest of your guys' week.
Yeah, goodbye!
Bye.
Uh...
Okay, bye.
Boo.